Welcome to the Holistically Humble podcast, where we dive deep into holistic wellness, mindset shifts, and simple practices that help you live a more aligned and intentional life. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm so glad that you're here. Let's get started. Hello, you wonderful humans. How are you doing today? I am recording this episode on a Sunday and it's the time change. So we technically sprung ahead, if you will. And some people freaking hate this and it's a touchy subject and some people love it. And I understand that we lose an hour of sleep that we lose an hour of sleep because we spring ahead. So when this happens 12:01 in the morning on Sunday morning, it goes to 1:01 a.m. And then when you wake up in the morning, at whatever time you wake up, your internal clock is saying, for example, it's 7 a.m., but you look at your phone or your alarm or something like that, and it says 8 a.m. So we've sprung ahead. But with this comes light longer, and I love this. I'm sure most of you can resonate with the fact that it is so much more motivating and just overall amazing when it's lighter longer in the evening. So when you, for example, get off work or maybe get all the things done that you need to get done that day, 7 o'clock comes around right now, maybe like 7:30, pushing it a little bit, and it's light still. You may go for a walk, you may go to the beach, you might go to the gym, you might do something because you have that much more energy and motivation, inspiration because it's lighter longer. So I'm an advocate for it being lighter longer in the day. So it depends on where you're at, but we just experienced that as I'm recording this episode, literally recording it at 8:20 at night. So technically yesterday it would have been 7:20 at night. But here we are. Another week, another podcast episode. If you're new here, make sure to follow, like, rate, review, subscribe, share, all of that amazing things. And if you have listened to this podcast episode and you have not done those things yet, please do that. It helps support this podcast. It helps show me the analytics that people are wanting it, listening to it, sharing it, downloading, all of those amazing things. In last week's episode, I talked about ways to set yourself up for a beautiful morning routine to ignite your day and start it off on the right foot, a positive note, those kind of vibes, right? When I thought about what I really wanted to speak today on the podcast about, it was a weekly reset. So listen to the episode from last week. I will link it down below as well about how and what you might focus on to set yourself up for a beautiful morning. And I just couldn't let go of the fact that I needed to talk about like a whole weekly reset. And for me personally, I start work on Monday. So I love to do this on Sunday. If you're listening to this when I first dropped the episode, it is a Wednesday. So start now. Why wait till Sunday? But of course, do this whenever it feels right for you. Sunday, for a lot of people who work the Monday to Friday type thing, it can work really well, but it can work well at any day. So regardless, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, and let's dive into this episode. So again, today we're diving into a topic that can truly transform how you move through your week, right? Talked about last week, the morning routine, how you can start your day off. But this time I'm focusing on how you can move through your week and how you can set yourself up for a beautiful week ahead. The power of a weekly reset is what I am talking about. So think of it as a mini reset button for your life. You could just picture, if you're watching this on YouTube, I picture like, or anywhere you're listening to or watching this, I picture like that red stop button or that was easy button from Staples or whatever that was. But it's just like weekly reset on there. Boop, press it, weekly reset. So this is a dedicated time to check in with your body, check in with your mind and your soul. And you do this so that you can move forward with clarity and ease. In our fast-paced world, It's easy to let the days blur together, the weeks blur together, the months blur together. Then all you know, all of a sudden, it's next year. But with having a weekly reset helps you stay grounded, intentional, highlighted, bold, italic, intentional, and aligned with how you want to feel. Let's get into it. So, you know me, and I am a holistic galley, a holistic girly. So, I talk about body, mind, and soul because those encompass a holistic approach. Okay. So, we're going to break it down here in this episode in those 3 parts: body, mind, and soul. Let's start in the body. Let's start with the body. Our physical health is the foundation for everything else. And a weekly reset is a perfect time to check in. So, here are a few things I recommend incorporating. And again, I want to preface that you don't need to incorporate every single thing that I'm going to go over. Maybe pick one in each category. If you're gung ho and want to go for it, fricking go for it and do all that I'm saying, and maybe even add some more. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The first thing would be nourishment check in. So take a moment to reflect on how you've been nourishing yourself. We're talking about our bodies, right? So are you hydrating enough? Hello. I am like a big advocate for hydration and making sure you're drinking enough water, but not only enough water, but minerals and electrolytes as well. So pause right now and grab a sip of water or maybe some herbal tea. I'll do it with you. This ASMR vibes. If you're watching me on YouTube, you can see the water is a little bit opaque because I have my Organica electrolytes in there. And no, I'm not sponsored or anything by them. I just really love them lately. I bought the Costco like triple pack or whatever. I love the raspberry flavor, but right now I'm down to my least favorite, which is lemon. I still like it, but you go through the other ones first. So, anyways, I'm drinking my electrolytes in my water. So, cheers to staying hydrated. Are you eating foods that energize you? And then you could consider on a Sunday meal planning or prepping or setting yourself up for success. If you have never done meal prepping or planning before and you're unsure of where to go, I actually offer a customized 7-day meal plan for you. So we go over your unique goals, your needs, your wants, your desires, your likes, your dislikes, allergies, sensitivities, all of those. And then I create a plan for 7 days for you. So if you're interested, make sure you reach out and let's have a chat about that. The second thing that I would focus on in your weekly reset in the body component is a movement review. So look back at how much you moved your body last week. Did you get in some joyful movement? So whether that be yoga, a walk, a workout class, maybe dancing, swimming, anything, any type of movement that makes you feel good and joyful, did you get that in? And then plan time for movement in the coming week to feel your best. I find that it's so important to schedule these things in because in your mind, you could think, I want to complete this. I want to do this. I want to do this. And then the week goes by and you didn't do anything because you didn't schedule it in. The third thing that I would focus on in this weekly reset for body would be rest and recovery. Prioritize rest, my friends. Are you getting quality sleep? If not, can you identify small changes that you can make, like limiting screen time before bed or creating a calm nighttime routine? I know for me personally, resting is hard. And I'll say that last Sunday, so a week ago today, I held a women's circle. And that night and into Monday, I was like, okay, body, I now understand I am pregnant and I need to prioritize rest. And my ego is like, no, you need to go, go, go. You need to do all these things. And I just need to surrender to it. I need to surrender to the fact that I need rest. I am growing a human inside of me, and I just need to make sure that I'm prioritizing rest and recovery effectively and properly. What I really suggest is limiting your screen time before bed. And this would be to grab a book. grab a book, a paper book, okay, and have it beside your bed and read 10 pages a night. So then you turn your screen off or you set your alarm, you put your phone away, like get it out of the way, not in arm's reach, and then grab your book and get into bed and read 10 pages. And I'm sure that over time, it'll train your body, your brain that it's time for bed, and you will get tired and you've limited the screen time and you go to bed. It will help with your circadian rhythm. It'll help with getting better quality sleep. And don't just think that it happens the first night, especially if you're someone that goes to bed scrolling on their phone and then just like falls asleep and then decides to turn their phone off. I mean, I've definitely been there, especially if you're like laying in bed and the phone kind of falls on you. But try the reading. Try the reading, okay? So, next, let's talk about the mind. Our mental clutter can build up quickly, right? So, doing a weekly reset is an opportunity that we have to clear out and create space for clarity. Let's dive into some ways to reset your mind. Number one is, I love this, a brain dump. Mel Robbins actually specifically went over this in a podcast episode recently, and it was just like, yes. So the brain dump isn't a to-do list. It's just all of the things that are going on in your brain. Take 5 to 10 minutes to write down everything that's going on in your mind, your worries, your ideas, your things to get done, all of these things. We're going to write them down, get it out of your head and onto the paper, and this will help ease your mental overload. Number 2 would be prioritize and plan. So look at the week ahead. Where are your top 3 priorities? What absolutely needs to get done and what can wait? I think this is a huge one that we don't often stop to ask ourselves. So if you can do this and prioritize what actually needs to get done and what can wait, it will help, especially doing the brain dump. That helps a lot as well. Mapping things out reduces our stress and helps us feel more organized. Okay. And then third one in this category would be a digital detox. So consider setting boundaries with our frickin' devices. Okay. Maybe it's a social media free evening, afternoon, morning, or turning off notifications to protect your mental space. That's a huge one. If you can do a 24-hour detox from social media, I like, don't just take my word for it, just try it. It's so hard. Your brain is programmed to like open up your phone and go into the social media apps. I've done it before, but try it for 24 hours once a week. I mean, again, you could just go for a morning detox, afternoon or evening, social media free time. But I definitely suggest checking out that 24-hour digital detox as well. So finally, I'd love to move into the third part, which is the soul or the spirit. And this is the part of you that craves connection, creativity, and meaning. So here are a few nourishing practices to weave into your weekly reset. The first one would be reflection time. So spend a few minutes reflecting on the past week. What felt good? What drained you? How can you create more of what you love? Actually, I shared an Instagram post today on Sunday about journal prompts to set the tone for your week. And I'll list off a couple right now, actually. So bear with me. I'm going to be looking on my phone if you're watching me on YouTube. I'm just going to give you a couple here so that you have to go to the actual post on Instagram. Make sure you like it, comment something. Love that. Make sure you're following me on social media if you're not already. We'll link it down below in the show notes. What are 3 words I want to embody this week, and how can I align my actions with them? What's one small habit I can prioritize that will support my mental, physical, or emotional well-being? What is one thing I am releasing from the last week, and what am I inviting in for this week ahead? There's like 8 more on that post, so go check it out. The second thing that I put in this soul realm of the weekly reset is self-care rituals. Make time for something that nourishes your soul and your spirit. Maybe this is a meditation. It could be journaling. Again, I listed those prompts on a post that I posted on my Instagram on Sunday, so go check it out. Spend time in nature or do a hobby that you love. so important. We can get so tied into go, 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 do, all the things we quote unquote need to get done, but we need to schedule in that self-care time, that time for joy for yourself. The third thing would be a gratitude practice. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. This simple act shifts your energy and keeps you connected to the beauty in your life. It's a huge, powerful practice. So let's get on that train. And that is it. A weekly reset doesn't have to be complicated. It's about taking intentional time to check in with yourself and to recalibrate. By tending to your body, mind, and soul, you create a rhythm that supports your overall well-being. So I invite you to carve out time this week for that damn reset, that weekly reset. You deserve it. If you love today's episode, share it with a friend who might need a little reset too. I know we all do. So go ahead and share it with someone in your life, a friend, family member, loved one. And if you haven't already, again, be sure to subscribe, rate, review so that you never miss an episode. And until next time, my friend, take care of yourself, be well, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace, love, and avocados.